Hi everyone, I'm Ali. There's a famous Chinese saying, 傻人有傻福, which means fortune favors fools. On this April Fool's Day, I want to talk about why I think a foolish person is actually smart. And I know what you're thinking, but this is not supposed to be a joke or prank. There's a great story from ancient China that supports this point. So, once upon a time in China, there was a rich man named Wan. He was wealthy but very stingy. He hired a long-term worker named Zhang, who didn't care much about personal gain and was therefore known as a fool around the village. Wan promised to give Zhang a cow if Zhang worked for him for a full year. After a whole year of work, however, Wan only gave him a bottle of oil. So in Chinese, cow is 牛 and oil is 油. 牛 and 油 sound very similar. Zhang asked Wan why he only gave a bottle of oil when he promised the cow. Wan insisted he only promised a bottle of oil. What would you do if you were in Zhang's shoes? An average person would likely argue to get what he deserved, or even file a lawsuit, right? Well, Zhang didn't say anything and just left with a bottle of oil. And guess where he went? He went to the temple and donated the bottle of oil. The monk at the temple told him that he gave a big donation. When Wan found out about what the monk said, he was furious. He thought to himself, I donated a cart of oil to the temple every year, and yet the monk told me I was only giving a small donation. How was that fool's one bottle of oil considered a big donation? Wan rushed to the temple to question the monk. To his surprise, the monk had been waiting for him. The old monk reached out and gently touched the area between Wan's eyebrows. And suddenly, Wan saw a clear vision in his mind. He saw a wealthy home surrounded by lush crop fields. The owner donned a fancy outfit, and it was his worker, Zhang. Wan turned around and saw a blind, skinny donkey pulling a grinding mill, and there was a worker whipping it. When he looked more carefully, Wan saw his own name on the donkey. It shocked him. The old monk explained to him that what he saw was a vision of his next incarnation. Because Wan was greedy and cheap in this lifetime, he will have to pay for his debts in the next life. His worker, Zhang, however, didn't take personal loss and gain seriously. He donated his whole year's worth of work to the temple, while Wan only donated a small portion of his wealth. This is very similar to the story of the widow's offering in the Bible. The widow offered only 2 coins, but that was all she had to live on, which made it more precious than the rich man's large sum of money. So back to the rich man in this Chinese story. He was scared of his fate, so he asked the monk what to do. The monk told him it's simple, just do good deeds from now on. After returning home, Wan paid Zhang with a cow and an extra bottle of oil as an apology. That evening, Wan dreamed of the same scene he saw during the day, except there was no one whipping the donkey anymore. From that point on, Wan decided to change himself and eventually became a famous good man around the village. Even though Zhang was called a fool in the village, he wasn't mentally disabled. Zhang just cared less about personal gain and would not fight with others when they treated him badly. With this mentality, he will always be happy and content. On the other hand, someone who's considered clever will care a lot about loss and gain. They might feel unfair about their life and live in hatred or despair. In the end, they will create more suffering for themselves, both mentally and physically. I hope you like the story. Who do you rather be, a clever or a foolish person? I'll make more videos about traditional Chinese culture and universal values, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to learn more. I'll see you next time.